Modern Warfare 3's campaign is finally here, and it's something. Just not the something I thought it would be. When it released, I did play through its entirety on veteran difficulty just because I wanted to make it last longer. And honestly, thank God I did, because I had no idea how short this campaign actually was. This entire video is gonna be me giving back my thoughts and feedback on this DLC. I mean, this full game that they worked really hard on. If you're familiar with me and my channel, you guys know through the years, I've been an absolute critic when it comes to Call of Duty, anything revolving around multiplayer. However, their campaigns have always completely captured my heart, soul, mind, and I've been a huge fan of them ever since. However, that came to a screeching halt once I finished MW3. Now, this video will have spoilers, so just be aware. I know you guys are probably curious as to why I'm posting spoiler video when everyone else's spoiler list, but at the end of the day, I really don't want you guys wasting your money if the campaign is the only reason you're actually gonna buy the game. All right, so we're gonna start off with some actual pros because there's not many, and I want to start this video off on a good note, as always. When it comes to the performance of the game, Modern Warfare 3 ran incredible, the graphics were amazing when they wanted them to be, and the gameplay just felt smooth. Honestly, comparing the campaign to MW2 anything, it was a night and day difference. If you guys are wanting better movement, I promise you guys this is gonna be way better than what we've experienced the last year. Now, I do want to talk about movement. I noticed the slide canceling was actually a lot faster. It looks like they decreased the delay again. I don't know if that's specifically only for the campaign or if we're going to see that translate into multiplayer as well, but feeling it would be nice for it to transition to multiplayer, and they really might. So keep your eyes peeled for that when the game releases later this week. The MW3 campaign honestly did a good job at just making me want more. That's really what campaigns should be doing the entire time, is giving you this incredible story with this awesome buildup and a payoff that has you wanting to come back and either play it again or play the sequel. Halo did a great job of it. Past Activision titles have done a great job of it, and a lot of campaigns do great jobs of it. The problem with this game doing that is the fact that it left me wanting to play more just because there wasn't enough content, there wasn't enough story in this game.
Is that the campaign? This is definitely a DLC, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn. Starting off in the campaign, I was really having a blast again with the movement and the graphics. I was just really immersed in the gameplay until probably the third mission, when I really felt like it was just super repetitive. When you take the cutscenes out, because those are probably the best parts of the campaign, when you take that out, the gameplay is definitely repetitive. The guns in the orange crates are usually the same. Loadouts honestly were a complete waste of time, because if you die, you get to repick what you found throughout the mission anyway. There just was no need for it. It felt like they were really trying to throw in like little aspects of Warzone into this game that really didn't belong there in the first place. Speaking of guns, there were more MW2 guns in this game than there were MW3 guns, which in my eyes isn't the biggest deal, but it would be nice to be able to, you know, have a little sneak peek at what the game has to offer, especially since the title of this is Modern Warfare 3, not Modern Warfare 2.5. I would have liked to have used Modern Warfare 3 guns almost exclusively. Now, speaking of the cutscenes, when it comes to the story started off pretty strong, and throughout the storyline there were a few moments of nice peaks where it left me wanting to figure out what the hell is going on. But the storyline was extremely bland. There was no or very little character development. They were legitimately just piggybacking off the lore of these characters instead of rebuilding that emotional connection you have to the people you hate and the people you love. So in the end, when they finally killed Soap, I felt no emotional connection. It was really more of a forced reaction, because I was like, oh no, damn, they killed Soap. When in reality, he didn't really do much throughout the game. They just failed to build an emotional connection with him. If you go back to MW2 when General Shepard killed Roach and Ghost, you felt this huge emotional connection. You were just blown away. I remember my reaction so vividly. That's how impactful it was. And honestly, that's what these games used to be good at doing. is building an emotional connection between you and the characters that you're playing alongside with. And then if somebody dies, you can then go on to avenge their death. And that's another thing that left me with this game scratching my head, is the fact that they killed off Soap and that was it. Game over. No bloodthirsty escape, no revenge mission, no, we gotta find you Makarov, none of that. It was just cutscene after cutscene until the credits started rolling. And speaking of bloodthirsty vengeance missions, there really were no creative missions throughout this game. In the beginning, when you were crawling through, you know, the bushes and you had a stealth aspect to it, it felt like, wow, this game is about to offer me a lot, where you just kind of went through the missions, killed a few guys, and that was it. On top of that, your teammates were never anywhere to help you. There was no assistance from them at all, which to me kind of ruined the whole building relationship with your teammates, because they're just not there. In fact, throughout the campaign, I was sitting there cursing them out most of the time, because as I'm fighting all these enemies on veteran difficulty, you've got your teammates just sitting there watching you get absolutely run through. A lot of people are saying the game felt like a DLC, and honestly, I get that for sure, but if this was even a DLC, it would be atrocious in that aspect too, because to be fair, there was so much story that was being developed. By the time I hit the last mission, someone in my chat legitimately said, Savage, you're on the last mission, let's go. And when he said that, I honestly thought he was lying. I felt like I was about 45% through the campaign, because there were so many unanswered questions. What happened to Shepard and Graves at the court case? You know, what happened to Graves in general? He made like 3 appearances and that was it, just dipped. When I started the last mission, there were so many questions. I was like, no way they can answer them all. And to be fair, they didn't answer any. They didn't answer a single question. So it's a huge letdown, honestly. And throughout the stream, people were coming in, they're like, Savage, how do you like the campaign? Savage, how do you like the campaign? And to be fair, it really wasn't bad in aspect of gameplay. But with the storyline being so good from past Call of Duties, this was an absolute letdown that I took a rating I thought was going to give a 10 out of 10. When I played MW1, MW2, I was giving them 8.5, 9.5 out of 10. This game here, I'm giving it a solid 6.5, and that's just being extremely generous. I really should slay it more into the ground. In fact, you know what? Fuck that. We're giving it a 5.5 just for making me feel stupid for even playing it, wasting my time. Speaking of which, when it comes to time, at least it didn't waste too much time. If you look at MW1 and MW2's campaign times, they usually lasted anywhere between 6 to 8 hours, depending on skill and difficulty level, of course. MW3, for me, on veteran difficulty, took me 4 hours to beat. 4 hours. I'm hearing reports of 2.5 to 3 hours on lower difficulty levels. So just to give you an aspect of that, again, MW1, MW2, 6 to 8 hours. This one, 3 to 4. Literally half the length for a standalone title, which is absolutely crazy. Now, I know, right now, they're working their magic, trying to make all these new raid missions so we can get more storylines. And unfortunately, this game, for me, I will not be playing the raids to figure out the rest of the storyline, because I just don't think there's going to be enough content. They need about 4 or 5 hours more of just storyline to really make this make sense. I did also buy a PS5 copy because I wanted to do a Platinum Mastery trophy video for that. Unfortunately, they did not release a Platinum Mastery for PS5, which is completely mind-boggling. I have no idea why they would release a game in a AAA title and have no platinum trophy or any trophies for it at all. But all in all, guys, to sum it up again, just lack of story, no shock factor at all. They tried to force a shock factor with Soap's death. Again, he got killed, or other operators, other teammates are there. No one shot, no one yelled. It was just dead quiet, and he got shot in the head. Is it worth the money? Well, I mean, if you're into multiplayer, yes, in my eyes. I think this is still one of the best multiplayers I've played from Call of Duty in recent years. So I definitely highly recommend you guys spend your money on it, unfortunately. But if you're in it only for the campaign, no. Save your money. Don't waste your time. It's not for you. I promise you that. I know I rambled on a lot, but a lot of people have been asking me in the streams and comments. So let me know what you guys think. Did you have fun with it? What do you rate it out of 10? Again, I'm giving it a 5.5. And hopefully when this game comes out on the 11th, dude, it's going to be just as fun as it was during the beta. But y'all have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.